It's almost Easter, and today I'm going to share with you 3 whimsical, fresh floral ideas to decorate your home for the holiday. Hi, welcome to another video. Easter is one of my favorite holidays because I love spring, I love pastel colors, and I love baby animals. And I have endless ideas for Easter, and I'm going to share 3 whimsical ideas with you today with these 3 projects. So let's get started. So let's start with the easiest of the 3 arrangements. So as you know, I'm often inspired by the containers. And I was at Hobby Lobby buying all the cute little Easter things, and I saw this cute little Easter basket. What caught my eye was really kind of that old-fashioned shape it has. You know how it's sort of slender on the bottom, and I just kind of like that look. I don't know how to express it. I just like how it's sort of an old-fashioned basket, and I do like that it has kind of a squared handle instead of round. I thought, well, just do a sweet, simple arrangement in this little yellow basket that's going to be very spring and very Easter. What we're going to use today are white tulips, daffodils, some delphinium, and some pale yellow stalk. I probably don't even need a lot of greenery in this because we're going to arrange pretty close in this basket. And I have the handle up instead of swiveled down because I want to make sure the flowers are contained within the handle. I'm just imagining a really low kind of clustered arrangement in here. All right, we're going to start with the white tulips. These are very beautiful. I'm going to just cut them really short and put a few in here. I love the foliage of tulips. I think the foliage of tulips really just is part of the beauty of tulips. Put some in here, and I'm just going to put a few tulips in. I might have to go a little shorter because I really want the handle to show. These tulips I bought at Trader Joe's. They have the best pricing on flowers. These are 20 stems of tulips for $10.99. They're not really large-headed tulips. They're kind of small, but they're like sort of perfect for what we're trying to do here in this little basket. I was at the flower market yesterday and did not buy the tulips because I knew I could get a better deal at Trader Joe's. Okay. Just adding a few here just so you can see sort of the lines that we're going to use for this. We're not going to go very tall. And then we're going to use daffodils. Now, I don't know if you know, but daffodils are toxic to other flowers. So usually we just have daffodils if you're going to have them in a vase by itself. And we don't mix them with other flowers. There's a sap that's sort of sticky, and they're toxic to other flowers. Now, one way to go around that is to buy your daffodils early. So what I do is buy the daffodils really tight. So when I bought them, they were all like this. There's not even any yellow showing. They're tight buds. Cut the stem, put it in water, and let that sap come out. Just let it seep out into the water, and recut that stem every day. So this is the 3rd day. The daffodils. The stems are pretty short. I knew we were going to use them kind of short in here. The sap has been mostly drained out of this, and because we're arranging in floral foam instead of having them soak in a vase of water with the other blooms, I think they'll be okay. All right, so we're going to use our daffodils. And the stem of the daffodil is hollow. So if you have a hard time getting into the foam, you can always put a heavy gauge wire up the stem of the daffodil. But I think these are pretty sturdy and we're going to use them pretty short, so I didn't bother with the wires. So we're going to fill in the empty spaces with the daffodils. They smell a lot. Took my Allegra this morning. Hopefully I'm not going to start sneezing. I do love spring, but that's when I have allergies. Not too bad, but for about a month out of the year, I need to take allergy medication. See, I think it's just really sweet to have the white and the yellow in this little basket. And it's a very easy arrangement and pretty inexpensive to do. These daffodils were $2.99 for I don't know how many stems at Trader Joe's, and they were unbloomed when I bought them. They look like a bunch of chives or something when I bought them. But look how great they look in 2 days. So instead of the grouping that I usually do, we're going to use the flowers all throughout this arrangement, kind of spaced out. I have a little bit of greenery here, but I think we might not even need to use it because I'm going to fill in with some of this pale yellow stalk. So I'm setting the daffodils pretty low in the arrangement so the tulips can kind of shine through. And because the stems are kind of flimsy, I just want to set them kind of deep in the foam. I have a lot of really great Easter ideas I'm going to show you in the next few videos. These are just 3 of the easy arrangements I'm going to show you today. Now I have a design show next week, so I've been brainstorming all sorts of Easter and spring designs. And I don't think I'm going to be recording this design show coming up, so I will do all the designs beforehand here and record them so you can see what I'm making for my spring design show. I am invited often to be the guest speaker at a lot of different garden clubs in my area, and that's what the design shows are. They're great because they get me to really think about new designs. I go to markets to see what's available because, you know, sometimes I'm too lazy to go to the flower market if I don't have a event that week and I'm just doing flowers from, you know, the garden or the grocery store. Okay, so I think I have enough of the daffodils in here. We still can see the foam. There's still some empty space. I'm going to fill in with this pale yellow stalk. Pale yellow stalk is so pretty. What I'm going to do is break the tip off because I just wanted to use it as like a filler. I don't want to see too many of the green tips. I want to see that pale yellow kind of peeking through. Fill in a little bit. And I like that it gives it a different texture, and it's a lighter yellow than the daffodils, sort of between the white and the yellow, the white tulips and the yellow daffodils. Bought some really beautiful sky blue delphinium at the market. See, if there's too much of the green tip, I just kind of pop them off. Okay. This one, the tip broke off already. The daffodils smell really, really strong. I've got a lot of them right under my nose here. Okay. I think I'll move this one and put it on the side here. I don't want too much of the stalk. That might be enough. This little tulip. I'm going to move this one maybe to the front. Okay, very pretty. Might need another stem of tulip in here. I'm trying to keep the tulip foliage so that there's some of that green poking through. But when you cut the tulips shorter, the leaves, you know, fall off. Okay, that's pretty cute, right? It's a cute little spring basket design. The tulips. Okay. And the tulips might grow a little bit in your arrangement in the next few days. Okay. Then I'm going to add a little bit of the sky blue delphinium. This is sky blue belladonna delphinium. Now, it's always tricky to add such tall stemmed flowers in a low, small arrangement. So I just want a little bit of this color. I just thought that it would be so pretty with the yellow and the white to have the sky blue. So I'm just going to cut this really short and set it in the foam. Kind of deep in the foam. So it's kind of like the stalk. You see a little bit of the texture. And these you can cut and use. So you're not wasting the bottom part of it because you've got these like florets that you can tuck in here. That's really pretty. See how a little bit of that pale blue is so pretty in here? I have another couple stems here. Let's take this one. I'm going to just cut it because it's all tangly with the... Cut it really short and set it in here. And I'm going to use one more stem of this. I love the blue, the delphinium. It's like a true blue. So many blue flowers are not really blue. They're just kind of purple. But with delphinium, you get true blue. Okay, I'm going to step back for a second and see where we can add this last little bit of delphinium right here. Okay, I'm mostly done. And then we have these two little guys that I also bought at Hobby Lobby. They're these cute little fuzzy chicks. And I'm going to add them to this little arrangement here. I just have them, they have a little hole on the bottom. So I just put a square pick in there. And it seems to work. Okay, let's see. This is the front of my arrangement. Let's put this little guy over here. And then we'll put his brother over here. Yeah, that's kind of cute. I'm going to add another tulip because there's a lot of yellow where I just added the chick. So we're going to go ahead and add a tulip here. Right between the two chicks. Okay, right here. Maybe it's too tall. There we go. Really cute. And here we have a sweet little Easter basket arrangement with two cute little chicks. And it's a pretty inexpensive arrangement. I think this little basket was maybe $5.99 at Hobby Lobby, and then everything's 40% off. So 40% off makes it what, about 40% off, $6. 40% off makes it about $3.60, and the little chicks were maybe like a couple dollars. So very inexpensive to have these cute little props. You don't need a lot of flowers in here. We just have what, about 15 stems of white tulips, and one bunch of yellow daffodils for the sweet little yellow basket. We're going to go on to our next arrangement. So our second project is more of a craft project almost than a flower design project. Okay, so I've been obsessed for months now with making an egg arrangement for Easter. So I've been working it out and testing it and saving eggs and eating lots of eggs at breakfast. So basically just buy a dozen eggs. I bought a dozen eggs from Trader Joe's just because they have the cute mache container instead of like a plastic or styrofoam container. And I've tried it with brown eggs and white eggs, and I actually like the white eggs better. So these are all the things I do for you guys. All I did was eat eggs. So you carefully crack like the top of the egg so that you get a little crack, and then you just peel back the top, and then you pour the egg out, and then you rinse the egg, and then you've got a little egg container. And to make it even cuter, I applied these wildflower stickers that I bought on Amazon. These are really great, actually. The hardest part about these stickers is they're really hard to peel, but they're really cute. They look like pressed wildflowers, but they're stickers. So I just decorated the egg with these wildflower stickers. Okay. And I have an assortment of eggs. I put a little bit of the mossy grass in here just to make it cute. And so 6 of these eggs I filled with more of the moss, and 6 of these I filled with water, because I've tested it. If you do flowers in every single egg, all 12 eggs, it kind of looks crowded. So we're going to do something in between the flower arrangement eggs. Now, this arrangement, the hardest part is, eating all those eggs and saving the shells. The flower part is going to be super easy because it takes very, very few flowers to fill our little egg containers. And just so you know, I tested these for a few days. Now, you would think an egg is watertight. Yes and no. It's watertight, but it'll start after a few days, kind of sweats the water out. So just if you're in this mache container with the moss lining, it's not going to like spill all over your table. But just so you know, it doesn't last forever, but it's a fun little project. So I have very few flowers I'm going to use here. I have little grape hyacinths that I grow, which is just perfect for this. I love grape hyacinths, but they're hard to use because the stems are so short. And then I have some wax flower here, little white wax flower, and then just some side buds from ranunculus in all different colors. I went crazy at the flower market a few days ago and bought way too much ranunculus because I just can't resist all the incredible colors and crazy patterns. I'll show you what I bought. And then here we have a little bit of purple statice. Okay, let me show you the ranunculus I bought. We're not going to be using this in this arrangement because they're too big, but I wanted to show you all these awesome varieties of ranunculus. Look at that. Look at this like crazy pink one that has like ruffly petals, and it's like pink with green. Isn't that crazy? It's so beautiful, right? So pretty. I hope you can see that. And then we've got a corally red variety that's like that has the really cool green stripes and the green centers. Look at that. So beautiful. And then all these other wonderful colors, and apricot, pinks, peaches, white, baby pink, hot pink, Barbie pink, every kind of pink. So I'm crazy about ranunculus, so I bought tons of it. And we're just going to use some of the little buds in here. Okay. So it's going to be super easy, the arrangement part of this. So the hardest part of this is just saving your eggs and peeling back the stickers. And the sticker part is just optional. I just thought they were cute, kind of decorated. So I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of wax flower. Of course, we don't have foam or anything in here, so don't make the opening of your eggs too big, at least the 6 that you were going to do flowers in. Keep that opening kind of narrow, and that will help you hold your little tiny stems. So this would be a really cute little casual arrangement as a centerpiece for your Easter, if it's going to be casual, or just keep it on your kitchen table. It's just a really fun thing to make and very inexpensive. It's just the cost of a dozen eggs, and little tiny florets is all you need. I mean, the cost of the flowers here are negligible, right? You can buy maybe just one little bunch of ranunculus, or even spray roses, or anything that you have growing in the garden, and you can make this arrangement. I make them all a little bit different, but I am going to use maybe the wax flower because it almost helps you hold everything together, the wax flower. So I've had eggs on my kitchen counter, eggshells with flowers in them for like 2 weeks. So I work really hard for you guys and eat a lot of omelets. I have so many ideas for eggs, not just real eggs. I'll make a video where we're going to do other egg arrangements. I really love everything about Easter. I love all the spring colors. I love the baby animals. I love all the pastels. So I really love Easter things. It's hard for me not to go crazy when I go to Hobby Lobby or Home Goods during Easter time. I'm also going to be making some videos on different things I'm going to do for the front door. Not necessarily wreaths, but decor for your front door that I'm sure will delight the Amazon delivery guy. Not a lot of people come to the front door nowadays, right? But my Amazon delivery guy will like it. All right, so we've got the 3 done here. I'm going to do the 3 back ones here. See how you just need like a little tiny sprig, super easy to do. You can just buy, you know, like Trader Joe's will have like these little mixed bouquets for $3.99 of little tiny stems. You can even do that because I think the randomness in these arrangements is what kind of makes it charming. So you can just spend very little money, buy a dozen eggs, a little bit of time, and you'll have a cute little centerpiece. I think I'm not even going to use the purple status because I think it's too big for these tiny, tiny arrangements we're doing. So I kind of have a formula down, seems like. We're doing like 1 ranunculus bud, a little bit of wax flower, and a little sprig of the grape hyacinths. Grape hyacinths are the easiest bulb plants, and they will naturalize and multiply. I planted some years ago, and now, you know, they're all over my hillside by the creek. And every year they come up. They don't need the winter chill like some bulbs. So they're super easy to grow, at least here in Northern California, where I am. I think another reason why I go crazy for Easter is, you know, it's a long winter for us gardeners, and it's finally spring, and just makes you really want to buy all these things and make arrangements and, I don't know, come back to life. Okay, I think I'm done with the little arrangements. See, isn't that really cute? I think it's so cute. And then instead of the arrangements, we're going to use these little ceramic chicks that I found at Hobby Lobby. Now, it's $4.99. That's the sticker price, but you know, you never pay full price at Hobby Lobby. Every week they have rotating specials, and then I think all Easter is almost always 40% off during the season. So 40% off of $5, $3 for 3 chicks. So these are $1 a piece. So I bought 6 of them, 2 packs, and that's what we're going to do in these little eggs that I have filled with moss. I put the moss in there as sort of a spacer or a little riser so the chicks don't sink in too far. And we're going to put them there in between. So it's really, really cute. And it spaces it out so that you don't have an arrangement in each one. Then you kind of lose the shape of the egg almost. You almost can't see the eggs. Trust me, I've been playing around with this for a while. Oh. So the opening of this egg is too small for this chick, so you just break off some of the shell. That's kind of what you do. Just kind of create a little opening and then just patiently chip away at it so that it's like the right size. Okay, there we go. Here. And we've got 3 more little guys here that we're going to place in this back row. I think this one also needs to, well, I guess we'll put this chick in here, this one here, like that. Okay. I see there's 2 that's like more like standing, the chicks, so they're like less wide, and then there's one that's sort of sitting, so he's wider. That's why it's the inconsistency. Sometimes I laugh at what my job is, like to figure out how big these little tiny chicks are and if they fit in eggshells. Maybe I should have done something a little bit more substantial with my life. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Now I have this on this riser here just so you can see better. Otherwise, you know, it's too hard to see these little micro arrangements. And I found this really cool white melamine tray. It's like $5.99 at Home Goods. I love Home Goods because you never know what you find there. I get a lot of inspiration there, and they're filled with awesome stuff right now. So I thought, if we had this egg carton just on the table, it's kind of cute, but I feel like it needs something, right? So this is like a perfect dimension for it. So I'm just going to put this on this white melamine tray that has this cool kind of beading around it. It's easy to move it. And also, like I said, when the egg sweats a little bit, you don't have to stress about it getting your table messed up. And I would just put this maybe on a more casual part of your house, breakfast nook or kitchen table. Oh, and one more thing that I found that would be really cute for these. Now, if you're doing Easter brunch or something and you're doing a different kind of centerpiece and you still like this cute idea, this is really cute. These are like tiny little nests that you can buy like on Amazon and places like that. I put a little moss in it, and you could put one of your little egg arrangements in here. And this could be at each place setting. That would really well your guests. You can either choose to do the little flower arrangements, or if you want it to be easier, just put one of the little chicks on there. That would be really, really cute at each place setting and very inexpensive to do. All right, that's just another cute little idea for you if you are having people over for brunch for Easter. Okay, and we're all done with this. Let's move on to the next arrangement. So our third design project was actually inspired by these cute Peter Rabbit tea tins. I was walking down the food aisle of Home Goods, and I found these adorable Peter Rabbit tea tins. And of course, I want to use them in an arrangement. So it's just really cute, and I thought it'd be perfect for Easter. So of course, these tea tins came with tea bags, and they are not watertight. So we're going to have to line them with something. And what I'm going to line them with are water bottles, just your regular, water bottles, cut to about an inch or so below the lip of your container. This is actually good because we're not going to need to use fluorofoam or anything, because the opening of the water bottle container is so small that it will be your mechanic. It will hold your bouquet for you. And we're just going to arrange sweet little bouquets in each one. I kind of picked out the colors already, sort of bright pastels. Each one will kind of have its own color theme, but they're all going to work together, because I'm going to display this as a trio of arrangements. Okay, so I'm going to take these out and line them with the water bottles and fill it up with water. Okay, so see, look how cute they are. We have Peter Rabbit, we've got Jemima Duck, and we also have the Flopsy Bunnies. They're so cute. I just love all things Peter Rabbit. And of course, I had to use it for our Easter arrangements. So let's just start with the first tin, which is going to be our little Peter Rabbit tin. And I kind of just pre-selected some colors. In this one, we're going to use the apricot and apricot, almost like a pale orange with blues and whites. And for greenery, I'm using parsley from my garden. Now, I thought the parsley would be cute, sort of like, the garden patch, very Peter Rabbit. And also some of this citronella scented geranium, because it looks sort of like kale, almost like a vegetable. So I thought it'd be fun in this arrangement. Not a lot of greenery. We don't need to, because we don't have that much space that we have to fill up. So I'm just going to start with putting in a little bit of this greenery. And we have 3 stems of tulips, this beautiful apricot tulip. Of course, more of our beautiful ranunculus. There's this peachy apricot and a golden apricot. So I'm going to use these in the front and the buds from them. So each arrangement is its own little color scheme, but then we're going to put them together for sort of a pastel display. Instead of mixing all the colors in each arrangement, we have kind of its own color scheme. We have more of the delphinium from our little chick arrangement back there, the beautiful sky blue delphinium. I think that is a really beautiful color with the apricot, because blue and yellow are on opposite sides of the color wheel, but then it's not like cobalt blue and a primary color yellow. It's a little bit skewed on the color wheel. I think that's a very pretty combination. We'll add a little bit of the white ranunculus in here too. So pretty. It's like a pure white ranunculus. Lots and lots of beautiful layers. And I just love Lily of the Valley. So there's a faux stem of Lily Valley that I'm going to add to this. Hey, I'm not such a snob that I can't use a faux Lily of the Valley. And we'll add in a little bit of our parsley, just as a little greenery accent around the edge of the container. Okay, here's our first little arrangement all done. I'm going to set it down here. I'm going to move on to the next arrangement. Next arrangement, I'm going to do sort of lilac-y pinks and lavender. What we have here are beautiful little lilac-y pink spray roses, as well as this amazing green and pink ranunculus with the ruffly petals, sort of a novelty ranunculus that I've never used before, and I've never seen this one before. So we're going to start with those. Same greenery. I'm going to add a little sprig of this greenery here. And we have some white tulips still left over from a little chick arrangement over there. Oops. We also have some lavender stalk and purple seafoam status. Okay. This is a very pretty lavender rose. Almost lilac-y pink, not quite lavender, not that purple. I think that'd be very pretty with this green and pink ranunculus that we have. I have a stem of pale lavender stalk. It's so beautiful, this color. Put that in the back for kind of a taller flower. A little bit of this purple status just to bring out the lavender and purple undertones of our arrangement. I'll cut this a little shorter. Stem of our faux lily of the valley. And some parsley sprigs for continuity with our other arrangement. Okay, I think we're done with our little lavender and violet arrangement. Put that over here. And the last one I'm going to do is going to be a pink and white arrangement. I'm going to use beautiful pink ranunculus, pink hyacinth, white tulips, white ranunculus. And look at this one with the edge. It's like a white ranunculus with a pink edge. So beautiful. I'm going to put that in the front. Same greenery. Okay, so now lily of the valley is one of my favorite flowers. I don't grow any, but I'm going to. Just yesterday I bought 20 Lily of the Valley pips. Now, I know we are in the wrong climate for Lily of the Valley. It's too warm here. We don't have the cold winters that they need to bloom. But I know that you can force them indoors in containers. So I'm going to buy these pre-chilled pips, grow them in containers, and then we'll see if I can just plant them in the garden. Now, I also did read about someone in Southern California that successfully naturalized Lily of the Valley in her garden. I'll be excited if that happens here. I'm going to just try. I'm going to enjoy them in containers this spring, and then I'll just plant them in the garden and see what happens. When I was buying the pips, there were all these warnings about how Lily of the Valley is invasive and it could take over your garden. I think they're talking about people in the Northeast. I would be really happy if I had an invasive Lily of the Valley problem here. High class problems. Okay, a sprig of the faux Lily of the Valley. And then we'll add in a few sprigs of the parsley for continuity. I think we're mostly done with our cute little arrangements. Well, now, years ago, I made a Peter Rabbit cake for my cousin's baby shower. I went all out. It was so cute. I bought all these Peter Rabbit accessories from Amazon. They were like little cardboard 3D Peter Rabbit cutouts that were holding little wheelbarrows that held cupcakes. I mean, I can't describe it. They're really cute. They're paper, but they're really sturdy and they're three-dimensional. And then we bought a large sheet cake, just iced really plain. And then I had all these little Peter Rabbit figurine type things on there. I even bought a bunch of Oreos, crumbled Oreos, so it looks like dirt, and had a farm going. Bought a little gummy carrots, used Brussels sprouts in lines like a vegetable batch. It was adorable. I can't believe I don't even have a photo of it to show you, but it was really cute. Now I'm going to display it just on this cake stand here, my little Peter Rabbit arrangement. Because I think these are really cute displayed together as a trio, right? Kind of cute. Like they each have their own color scheme, but then put together, they're vibrant, very Easter, really cheerful. And then I'm going to add these cute little rabbits that I found at Hobby Lobby. And these little rabbits were, I don't know, like $3.50 each. They're really quite cute. Okay, and just to finish this little vignette a little bit, I have a few artificial sprigs that left over from a project I did of this, looks like almost like a bridal veil spirea. Not sure what it is, but very pretty, kind of twiggy with white blossoms. Just a few sprigs here and there on here for a pretty display. And that is our little Peter Rabbit trio of little arrangements. And I'm going to display it on a platter. Now you can also display it on a different type of tray. It doesn't have to be Peter Rabbit, obviously. You can just do a trio of pretty arrangements. Whenever I'm doing small arrangements, I like to group them on a tray or some kind of unifying, large platter type of thing so that they work together as a group. And it's nice to have them be different, but I have certain elements that continue throughout each arrangement so that they go together as a set. Well, I hope you enjoyed making these arrangements with me. They really were really fun. I have 3 design shows coming up and endless ideas for Easter. So I will share all that with you here before I do the design show so you won't miss anything. So stay tuned. And as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I love hearing from you, so send me a comment and I will see you in my next video.